Okay, my name is Dr. Benny Williams. I'm from the UK and I'm here at StemRx for my son's treatment. This is my third baby. I have two babies before. So I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. I think from having those two and then having him, I could see the differences, how he's growing. And obviously he wasn't reaching his milestones on time. He wasn't doing certain things he was supposed to be doing. I mean, if I could remember, he didn't walk until he was about 20 months old, which was quite strange. So I think from there was a lot of questions raised, and he also wasn't talking much. He wasn't calling mama, he wasn't calling dada. Like if he's hungry, he would, rather than ask for milk or water or whatever he wants, he would just take you to the kitchen. So then I started researching into treatment for stem cell. Like I mentioned that I already have two kids. I could see what they could do and I could see what my little boy wasn't doing. So I started looking into, how we could help him, considering he was born early as well. He was born at 32 weeks. I had quite a few other options within India itself. There was, without mentioning names of clinics, there were 2 other clinics I was considering, as well as StemRx. So on Google as well, I searched for the best stem cell clinic in India, and stem cell came up as well as another clinic. So I contacted both of them as well as another clinic, and I think I had a consultation with one of their doctors in StemRx, and she was very nice. I asked a lot of questions about the procedure, and she explained to me exactly what they'll be doing, and it fit into what I'm looking for. And amongst all other questions that I asked, I chose StemRx eventually. I think my experience with StemRx started from me having my first consultation with a doctor over the phone. This was even before I made my decision to come to StemRx. She was very calm. She took her time to explain to me the procedure that my son would be getting if I should decide to go ahead with them. So I think that kind of like put me at peace already. And then upon arrival, before I actually arrived, the admin I was in contact with gave me 2 drivers that were going to come and pick me up at the airport. So that was quite reassuring. So we arrived in the early hours of the morning, and they were like, oh, do you want to have breakfast? Do you want water? I'm like, no, we're fine. So that was quite reassuring because they wanted to make sure myself and my son were good. And upon arriving, there was no breathing space. They were coming in, from nurses to doctors to the physio team. Everybody was just coming in. Oh, we're going to take blood now. Okay. I'm like, can we rest? No, you're not resting. You're not here to play. So it was literally from the get-go, everybody was nice from all different departments. I do have specific experiences that stood out for me. I think one of them throughout my time here is actually with the physio team. They are all amazing and they are all so good. And when you come in to that department, everybody knows what they're doing. They just get on with it. Mom, you're here. If you're on that table, you go to that table or that chair. So that department is amazing. Another department that stood out for me is the food department. They try as much as possible to cater to your need. Like if you have any special dietary requirements, they ask you, do you want to try this? Do you want to try that? And they try and cater to that as much as possible. Now, in terms of the treatment itself, I think, so from day one, everybody just swung into action and they took blood samples without wasting much time. I think by day 3, we already got cells, and there was further discussion with the doctors on duty about extra treatments which weren't discussed before, and I was happy to go ahead with that. That was also scheduled appropriately, and from day 1 of the treatment, I could actually see some results in my little boy, and I was quite pleased with that. I can talk about my interaction with Dr. Mahajan. It was open. It was ready to answer my questions. If I have any queries, I could go to him. He's approachable and is willing to answer any questions that I have. So overall experience, I'm happy. I'm happy that I've come to StemRx. I'm happy that I chose StemRx out of all the other clinics. It wasn't only clinics in India that I was considering. There was another clinic in Panama. There was also another clinic called Swiss Medical in Serbia. But I felt like StemRx in particular would be able to offer me the kind of treatment I was wanting for my child. And I am happy. I could already see some changes in him. Like this morning, he was reciting his numbers. without looking at any board or anything. It's a bit more chatty as well. So I think we're just going to go back home, continue with speech therapy, occupational therapy, and just dump him amongst children his age and see how it gets on.